Die verkope van nuwe motors het in April met 98,4% gedaal. Andrew Kirby, president en uitvoerende hoof van Toyota Suid-Afrika, sluit nou by ons aan. Andrew, looking back at previous years, how big is the automotive industry in South Africa in terms of its contribution to GDP and more importantly to providing employment?
Hello, Divan. Well, of course, the automotive industry has been growing over the last few years, fortunately. We make up around 6.9% of the annual GDP of the country, which makes it one of the largest sectors. 4.4% of that is from manufacturing, and the remainder is from retail. So our component manufacturers and the 7 OEMs in South Africa would make up the 4.4%, and then all the automotive retails make up the rest to 6.9%. We have about 110,000 people employed directly in the automotive manufacturing space, and then totals up to about 470,000 employees in the total direct space. But of course, if you include the indirect, automotive employment is around 1.4 million people.
Andrew, can you give us some insights that you currently have in terms of the stats, in terms of what the impact is of the lockdown currently on Toyota South Africa?
Yeah, certainly. In terms of the impact on us, it's significant. We obviously haven't been able to do any production or sales during the month of April. We are fortunate in that the automotive sector is included in the risk-adjusted level 4, and we can have 50% employment in our manufacturing base. So we're looking at some fairly significant drops in our volumes. Just to give you some idea, our export volumes to Europe, we received order cuts from the original plan of over 34% for the year. Sure. For our exports into Africa of around 25%. And this year we think the South African market itself is going to drop by 29%. So that's a big blow to us. At the beginning of May, we were able to start ramping up according to risk level 4. And so we slowly, in a phased approach, been ramping up production. And it would have taken us 3 weeks just to get to that point.
Sure. Andrew, I know this is a big focus for the president, specifically your industry. Do you feel that the support that the government is giving you at the moment is sufficient?
Yes, I think we've been fortunate in that we've been working over a number of years to develop a master plan where government, labour and industry could all agree on, and agree at the same time as what those industry policies would be that could support the growth of the industry. About 64% of our total automotive manufacturing volumes are exported. So what's critical for us is being able to compete in the global supply chain. And in that way, the government is certainly playing its part. Where we are faced right now, they cannot do anything about our export orders that are dropping. This is a global phenomenon. And right now, very difficult to be putting money behind supporting the sale of new vehicles in the crisis that we all have right now. So I think we're very fortunate that we have jobs, that we're able to at least be manufacturing. What we'd, of course, like to see is opening up of retail sales. We've started that process, but there's still been quite a big delay in licensing departments, testing stations, and alike to get going, and we'd just like to see those accelerate, and that would certainly help us a lot.
Andrew, I know a lot of manufacturers were able to convert or slightly change their the industry to produce different products. I know you were able to produce some face shields. Give us some idea of how you were able to do that.
Yes, certainly. Well, one of the benefits, I guess, of being part of a global multinational company is that apart from using all the best practices for our risk-adjusted measures, we could also use some of the 3D designs for the face shield, and we have 3D printers here. So we started producing the face shields here, but recognized that the volume was way too low. And we have some skills where we're able to bring people in and actually make a plastic injection mold. And we made that mold after prototyping a number of 3D designs. And that mold can now make 40,000 face masks a week. Sure. We then ship that mold to one of our suppliers, and they supply the brackets, bring it back to us, and we assemble those here and ship them out. So we've been supplying one of the local hospitals here in KwaZulu-Natal, and we've got another 10,000 that we're going to be shipping out to another 10 hospitals. We're also using them internally in our own manufacturing processes just to create more social distancing and protection for our employees, and also providing them to our dealer network and also our component suppliers.
Andrew, thank you so much for your time.